Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada. And all glories to Gurudev and all glories to all of you. Thank you so much for joining the call today. As you all know, unfortunately, Guru Maharaj is not with us today. But he is in bliss. He is in the retreat in Govardhaniko village, and so many of the disciples and aspiring disciples are visiting Guru Maharaj there. So unfortunately, you will have to hear me today, and please forgive me if I make any mistakes. And I will definitely make mistakes. I'm not qualified to give the class on Srimad Bhagavatam, but by the mercy of Guru Maharaj and the devotees, everything is possible. So hopefully I will be able to give some words, something which will be purifying to myself, and for it will benefit to all of us. So please forgive me for any mistakes and for my lack of understanding of the subjects. Please, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So today we are going to discuss about the talk on Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 10th chapter, verse number 4. So let me quickly share my screen. And it's very fortunate that Guru Maharaj gave the class on this verse. And it was amazing to hear. I heard his class today morning in preparation for this class. So hopefully I'll be able to share some points which Guru Maharaj has made. It was 2-hour class, so we won't go that long. However, we will try to talk some points which Guru Maharaj has highlighted in this class for this verse. So let's start with the Mangalacharan first. Om Ajnanam Timirandasya Jnanam Jana Shalakaya Chashur Urmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sakabrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvetam Sadhbhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitam Cha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapte Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishibhanu Sute Devi Parmami Hari Priye Panchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patita Nam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. As you all know that we're discussing first canto 10th chapter, and the subject of the 10th chapter. Let's just quickly look at the departure of Lord Krishna for Dwarka. I just wanted to get the exact wordings, and we are discussing today verse 4. Okay. So Kamam Varvasha Parjanya Sarva Kam Dudhamahi Sishi Chu Sma Vrajan Gava Payasodhi Sodhaswati Murdha. During the region of Maharaj Yudhishthira, the clouds showered all the water that people needed, and the earth produced by the necessities of man in profusion. Due to his fatty milk bag and cheerful attitude, the cow used to moisten the grazing ground with milk. So translation purport by Srila Prabhupada, His Grace Srila Prabhupada. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada. So purport. The basic principle of economic development is centered on land and cows. The necessities of a human society are food, grain, fruits, milk, minerals, clothing, wood, etc. One requires all these items to fulfill the material needs of the body. Certainly, one does not require flesh and fish or iron tools and machinery. During the regime of Maharaj Yudhishthira, all over the world, there were regulated rainfalls. Rainfalls are not in the control of the human being. The heavenly king, Indradeva, is the controller of rains, and he is a servant of the Lord. When the Lord is obeyed by the king and the people under the king's administration, there are regulated rains from the horizon, and these rains are the causes of all they combine with all the varieties of production on the land. Not only do regulated rains help ample production of grains and fruits, but when they combine with astronomical influences, there is ample production of valuable stones and pearls. Grains and vegetables can sumptuously feed a man and animals, and a fatty cow delivers enough milk to supply a man sumptuously with vigor and vitality. If there is enough milk, enough grains, enough fruits, enough cotton, enough silk, and enough jewels, then why do the people need cinemas, houses of prostitution, slaughterhouses, etc.? What is the need of an artificial, luxurious life of cinema, cars, radio, flesh, and hotels? Has the civilized produced anything but quarreling individually and nationally? Has this civilization enhanced the cause of equality and fraternity by sending thousands of men into a hellish factory and the war fields at the whims of a particular man? So we'll first quickly talk about the first paragraph where Guru Maharaj has given His Holiness Chandramali Maharaj has given few points when he was giving a class, and about the importance of the rain. And as we all know that rain is very important for our for grains to grow, and that's the main a diet we should have. And Guru Maharaj highlighted one point, one past time, what had happened in Pennsylvania when there was a drought. There was for months there was no rain, and the public there were struggling with the food and everything. There was no water in that area for months. And one of the reporter, he asked Kirtananda Swami, on the radio call, saying that you all ISKCON, Hare Krishnas, you always sing, chant Lord's name, you glorify Lord. Can your chanting can make the rain happen? And Kirtananda Swami Maharaj, he said, yes, it can make it happen. The rain can. I'm sure you might have heard this past time from Guru Maharaj, but I really want to stress on this thing, that how the chanting of holy name can bring the rain. And Kirtananda Swami, because he made the point that yes, the chanting of holy name can bring the rain. And Maharaj was there at that time in New Vrindavan, serving as a brahmachari. He used to cook in a smoky kitchen for years and years. He was there. Yeah. Kirtananda Swami Maharaj and Maharaj and a few other devotees, they went and they did Harinam. So one point, Kirtananda Swami Maharaj said that yes, chanting of holy name can make the rain, but you all have to chant with us. So everyone, the devotees and everyone, they all chanted. They all chanted. So Guru Maharaj mentions that this chanting was happening at about 9:30 in the morning, and at about 11:30. The weather report was showing the clouds. So they sent the weather report to Rob, this person who was on the radio. They sent a report to this person showing that there are clouds. We can see the cloud. And you will not believe that at 2:30 on the same day, it rained. It rained not for 1 or 2 hours. It rained for continuously 3 days. So this is this shows the potency of the Harinam. And when it's in Prabhupada, Prabhupada said that rain is provided by the Lord Indra, but he is the servant of the Lord. He's the servant of the Lord. So when the Lord's name is, chanted, sang with full faith, then anything can happen. And and the Indradev, they have to also send the rain when the Lord's name is chanted. So it's a very nice. It shows the potency. And then there's so many things that Prabhupada has said that when we have enough grains, enough fruits, enough cotton, and jewels and silk. So in this one point, very important, which was mentioned, that when the rain is combined with astronomical influences, there is ample production of valuable stones and pearls. So of this point, again, Guru Maharaj has mentioned that when the raindrops, are put on is dropped on a snake at a certain and astrological timing, then a valuable stone is produced from the snake, and same happens to the elephant as well. Guru Maharaj has mentioned. And same time, like if the rain comes in the ocean, that's how the pearls are produced. So Guru Maharaj mentioned that there are many, because of rain, you can get so many things. Like because of rain, you can have enough grains. You can have fruits on in the soil. Without rain, it will be all dried. You can get cotton, you can get silk, and you can also get jewels. So how important is the water, which is provided by the Lord? And then Prabhupada is saying, if everything, all this is provided, then why do we need cinemas, houses, prostitution, and slaughterhouses? So this is all items of sense gratification, as you can say. Yeah, so Prabhupada is mentioning that all our basic needs are fulfilled by the Lord directly, by the rain, by the sunlight, by the air we breathe. All the facilities are provided. Even the elephants and the ants and all the animals get their food. Then why do we need so much luxury life? Yeah, Prabhupada also mentioned so many other things: cars, radio, flash, hotels. Why do we need all this? So we'll move on to the next paragraph. It is said here that the cows used to moisten the posturing land with milk because their milk bags were fatty and the animals were joyful. Do they not require, therefore, proper protection for a joyful life by being fed with a sufficient quantity of grass in the field? Why should men kill cows for their selfish purpose? Why should men not be satisfied with grains, fruit, and milk, which combined together can produce hundreds and thousands of palatable dishes? Why are there slaughterhouses all over the world to kill innocent animals? Maharaj Parikshit, grandson of Maharaj Yudhishthira, while touring his vast kingdom, saw a black man attempting to kill a cow. The king at once arrested the butcher and chastised him sufficiently. Should not a king or executive had protect the lives of the poor animals who are unable to defend themselves? Is this humanity? Are not the animals of a country citizens also? then why are they allowed to be butchers in organized slaughterhouses? Are these the signs of equality, fraternity, and non-violence? So it's a very, very important point which Prabhupada has raised, and which is very, a sad thing and very unfortunate that it's continued to happen, that a man think that they need to kill the innocent animal. They have to have that dead animal in their plate to eat a flesh of it, and satisfy their senses. But they don't see that animals also have they are also living entities, and they should not be killed. They should be given respect. And when we talk about the equality, we always talk about men and women, but animals also have, they are also the son, part and parcels of the Lord, and they also have the equal rights to live, to at least live peacefully. And I was actually I'm registered to a few of the charities here, and I get the emails of the what happens in the in practical in society in this world is cows are shot by the gun when they are not able to produce the milk, and the calves and cows are kept separated from each other, so that calves doesn't finish the milk which is meant to be sold. And the cows which go sick, they are not looked after properly. They have been left alone to die. So Prabhupada has, years back, he has seen that what is come and what is happening at the moment, that for the selfish purpose we are killing the cows, but we are not thinking about the animals. And one more thing, one more point which Prabhupada is highlighting in this purport is that how a king or an executive had not protect the lives of the poor animals who are unable to defend themselves. So basically, if someone in our family, the head of the family is, a husband or a father who looks after everyone, but a husband or a father is not a head of the family, if he is not looking after a disabled child, if you're a disabled child or unable to defend themselves, or a mentally tired child, if a head of the family is not able to look after them, then it doesn't solve the purpose of that person to be in the family. So same with the king or executive, it said that is the responsibility of the heads of the countries to give the equal rights and stop this violence. And so many things, cows are also, we should, as Krishna Bhaktas, we should always also remember that Krishna loves cows. And on Gopashtami, we talked a lot about on the cows, that how Krishna was happy when, after the Govardhan pastime, when Krishna was upset with Indradev, and Indradev brought Surbi, Mother Surbi, to pacify Krishna. And how Krishna's places everything. If you see Krishna's name is Govind, Gopal, and Krishna's what did Krishna lifted? He lifted Govardhan hill. And where does Krishna lives? He lives in Golok Vrindavan. So everywhere, gopis, gopas, everything starts with go. Go means cow. So Krishna loves cows, and he can't see the torture that is happening on the cows. And devotees are meant to protect the cows, and devotees are meant to do something and that is beneficial for the cow protection. So Guru Maharaj always, you mentioned cow protection. He always, he's always stress on cow protection, that Krishna devotee, Krishna bhaktas, we should always, look out for the cows and try to save them, protect them. So we'll move on to the next paragraphs. Therefore, in contrast with the modern advanced civilized form of government, an autocracy like Maharaj Yudhishthira is by far superior to a so-called democracy in which animals are killed, a man less than an animal is allowed to cast votes for another less than animal man. We are all creatures of material nature. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that the Lord himself is the seed-giving father, and material nature is the mother of all living beings in all shapes. Thus, material nature has enough food stuff, both for animals and for man. By the grace of the Father Almighty, Shri Krishna, the human being is the elder brother of all other living beings. He is endowed with intelligence, more powerful than animals, for realizing the course of nature and the indications of the Almighty Father. Human civilizations should depend on the production of material nature without artificially attempting economic development to turn the world into a chaos of artificial greed and power only for the purpose of artificial luxuries and sense gratification. This is but the life of dogs and hogs. So beautifully, Srila Prabhupada has put together that material nature, this, Mother Nature is our mother and Krishna is our father. And we should, what happens when we don't listen to our mother? What happens? We get told off, we get beaten up. So Mother Nature will always beat us up if you're not listening to our father. And who is our father? Our eternal father is Sri Krishna. So we should always, work according to the, the nature surrounding us. We should protect the greenery. We shouldn't use so much of plastic. We should, save the animals. We should try and save the animals. We should do something which is, we should not waste energy, or we should not waste water. Like in UK itself at the moment, there are energy crisis at the moment. And they're saying that they're going to, there will be a blockout of the energy. There will be time where 2 or 3 hours, like how it happens in India. So energy production is not very good. So there are so many things we have to always make sure that this is all energy of the Lord, and we shouldn't waste it. Though we are using a water to drink or take shower, or to plant our trees around us, whichever way, we shouldn't leave our tube light, lights in our house, unnecessary used. So there are many things we can save the planet, save our Mother Earth. And when we will work together with Mother Earth and listen to the instructions of Lord Krishna, and then we will follow, we will be a obedient child. We will be obedient, loving and caring child who does not love himself, but the one who showers and gives their loves to others as well, including animals. So in this one, Prabhupada has so beautifully said that the human being is the elder brother of all other living beings. So we should treat ourselves as in we are the elder brother of all the animals, all the species around us, basically. And we should try and protect them and save them. So this is something which was, it's in the purport. And there is one more thing which Maharaj has had mentioned in his class, that Chanakya has said that 3 things we should always be satisfied with, and 3 things we should not be satisfied with. So Guru Maharaj mentioned that 3 things which we should always be satisfied with is wife, food, and money. So whatever your wife is doing, you should be happy. Otherwise, the life will be miserable. Food, whatever you're getting, if it's 1 chapati, 2 chapati, 2 vegetables, 3 vegetables, sweet, no sweet, should be happy with that and satisfied. Money is very important. We must not be greedy. We should be happy and content with whatever we have, and whatever is coming by the mercy of the Lord. We should not make unnecessary attempt or hanker to earn more, because that's where, when we have so much expectation and from our own self, and we try to earn more than which is required, then that's where the miseries of the life comes and it hits us, and that makes us unhappy, which is not nice. And 3 things Maharaj mentioned, which should not be satisfied with. And I'm sure devotees here, all devotees here, and you will know that we should never be satisfied by chanting the holy name of Krishna. So what is that? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Next thing, we should never be satisfied by listening the glories of Krishna Katha. We should always be enthusiastic, and we should have full focus when we're listening Krishna Katha. So we should always spend time in listening Katha. And third, which is also very important, is giving charity. Giving charity, though it is to the in the temples, in the hospitals, to the poor, and we should never be satisfied by giving charity. So thank you so much for your patience and listening. I'll stop here. If you have any questions, we can. I'm not again, I'll repeat the same thing. I'm not qualified to answer the questions, but we can all discuss together, and then we can come up to the answer. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So you can all share your comment, realizations, anything. Because this topic, when I heard Maharaj's class, he was so enthusiastic when he was giving class, because this topic or this verse mainly talk about cow protection and simple living, high thinking, and which is always, stressed by Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, and all glories to assembled devotees. And thank you, Mataji. All glories to you. Thank you so much for taking this effort and doing such a wonderful class. So many points you shared. It's very nice. I like the last points which you said, never be satisfied with chanting and full attention while hearing and giving charity. So I mean, so many wonderful points you have shared. In the beginning also you narrated a nice pastime. That's very good. Thank you, Mataji, again for all your efforts. Yeah, very nice. It was nice.
He was all happy of Maharaj's class, basically, nothing from me.
Yes.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Scarlett Mataji, you have a question? You want to say something?
Yes, Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, Chandramurti, and all glories to you and your wonderful class, and all glories to all of you devotees. Again, I still am there where Krishna says, everything happened according my plan. So I wonder, could it be even this, all this what happened now with the nature, that the people, how they behave and how they take care of their animal, could it be even that is his own plan? That we really don't have anything to do with it per se, you know what I mean? Even if we say we have free choice, I wonder, is it really so? It's not, because I believe his power. I believe everything is under his control. If he doesn't want it, nothing will happen. That I believe 100%, and I stand by it. 100% I believe it. Nothing happened without he giving the permission to it. So even if I try, even if I do my best to, for instance, I don't eat meat now, I don't eat egg, and I'm happy for it, absolutely. But still, it's go on, even in the country which they are very much spiritual, very much believing in God and not to hurting another being. They do it the same. They still do it, for sure. You understand what I mean? So isn't it it's still Lord's wish that things happen as he wanted. It's his plan, right?
Yeah, so thank you for your question, Mataji. And so you said one thing which was 100% correct, is Krishna has given us the free will to do what we want to do. And we also know that we have demonic qualities and divine qualities. Yeah. And within ourselves, we have both qualities. Yeah. We can be as divine, as good person as we want, and we can be as demonic as we want. Both qualities are there. And we totally understand that everything comes from Krishna. All the qualities are there within us. In us, it's a minute level, and in Krishna, it's there. So it's up to us to what qualities we want to use. Yeah. Some people stress on charity. So I've read somewhere that there are 20,000 different types of consciousness in human beings. Yeah. This is how we make 8,400,000 of, species. There are different consciousness level. as it says that, fishes, aquatics has the lowest consciousness, and a human being has the highest consciousness. Yeah. And plant has below that. This is why when we cut the plant, they don't get so hurt. But aquatics will feel more pain. Animals will feel little more pain. But when you kill a human being, they will feel the most pain. So as we have a different consciousness, everyone works based on their, based on how their body, the subtle body has been set up, and how much false ego and anger, intelligence. Based on that, a person react how he does. So not everyone is robber, not everyone is thief, not everyone is robbing or things. So it's totally up to us, and that's when the point comes that Krishna has given us the free will, though he's sitting right there within us as a super soul, guiding us and protecting us. Yeah, every time he's helping us, but not to all. He is only doing that to the people who are asking for his help. Yeah, the one who wants to go over, or they want to use this material world for their own sense gratification. They go on and use it, they do it, and that time Krishna stays silent. He doesn't interfere. He gives the free will and he doesn't interfere. But as soon as devotees start to chant, connect, then Krishna starts to interfere in their lives. And this is why there are many things like, things happens, like what happened with Draupadi. Okay, we take the example of Draupadi. Many things comes because of our own actions, what we have done in the past, and then we react. Do you know what happened with Dhritarashtra? Why did 100 sons of his 100 sons were killed? Do you know this pastime? Why did Dhritarashtra 100 sons were killed? Oh, you're on mute. Sorry, you're on mute, Mataji.
I'm sorry. Yes, I have heard about it. That it was about the birds and they bird.
Yes.
I remember.
So whatever is happening is the cycle of our karma, which happens with others and which happens with us as well.
Exactly. Is it not fair to say that? Not that I think, oh, it's good for them. They should not that. I absolutely not. I feel sorry too to see animals getting treated in that way they do. I really I feel for them. But what I think, could it be even they pay some kind of karma too? That's why. You understand what I mean?
Absolutely.
It is their karma. This is the God. This is the Lord's plan. We have to be in the place where we are going through something, and that is the plan, because we should pay. There is some price to pay. We get born. There is a price. Nothing in the world is free. Nothing.
Yes, agree. Yes. So there is every
that's
reaction.
Why I think maybe
this
one also is a karma of the animal, and even though there will be so many people that they want to do something to protect, still they have to go through their own karma.
Absolutely agree, Mataji.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
So
yes, that's correct.
I don't know. It's still, I think, even you say that we have free will, we have all, but at the same time, Lord Krishna said, I put cloud on your mind. It is me who put the cloud on your mind, so you don't know anything, you don't remember anything.
No, it's
anything
not
from your past time.
So
I give you
that would have been, he would have called. No, it's not like that. He is asking us to do something bad. That is not correct.
No. Cloud, as not to remember, not to know why you are here.
Oh, if we remember things like, our old, like we will be mad. This is why it's his mercy that we don't remember, because when we see the reaction of what is happening with us currently, and we will know. So this is why he doesn't let us remember our past. Otherwise, imagine remembering the 10 different pastimes, life of what you have done, you will go mad thinking about it. Even just, if I think that what I had done in childhood, like I have hit my friend or a sister, I feel like, oh my God, why did I did that? Imagine. So this is why it's his mercy that he doesn't allow us to remember our past life. But again, it's everything. It's the choice we make on the day-to-day basis. Do we go on the right direction or a wrong direction? Is the choice every day. That who do we follow? We have a good and bad, good dog, bad dog. And both of them speaks to us all the time. Don't you think that if someone does something wrong, our one mind says that, let's take revenge, let's do this, let's do that with him. And then other mind says, let's forgive him, let's forgive him. And that's the choice you make. What should you do? What do you do at that point? Yeah.
Okay.
And that choice is up to us. That is choice is taken by us, not by the Lord. Yeah. Lord allows you to take that choice. He doesn't interfere in your choices. But again, your karma and everything, you make your choices based on your karma as well. And then you face the reaction of it.
That is what I mean. Even my choices, it has to do with my karma. What am I here for now? And even there, it's not it's not 100% that it's my choice, because this time I get to go through the things, and I get to do something because I need to come another time and another time and another, and each time to get rid of something. So you understand what even there, I think it has to do with karma, not that it's 100% my choice. I don't know.
So look at this, look at the example of Bharat Maharaj. Sorry, Prabhu, you're waiting for a question, but I just want to clarify, mention one more thing. It's about the Bharat Maharaj. He was such an elevated devotee of the Lord, pure devotee, and what he did to himself, he got attached to the deer. Yeah. Was it the Lord's choice that he got attached to the deer? But what was Lord's mercy? That in his next birth, he remembered that he was a devotee of the Lord, but he got attached to the deer. This is why he got the birth of a deer. And then he spent the time with the sages, and the next birth, he has got it as a human being and as a devotee. So that attachment was not by the Lord. It was his own heart that got attached to a deer. Yeah. So this is what I was saying, good dog, bad dog. You get attached. This is what all things happens because of conditioning around us. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sure I'm not answered the question, but please.
No. Thank you. No. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, Prabhu. Sorry, your name is not. May I know your name, Prabhu? You're on mute.
Devananda Pandidas. Hare Krishna Mata Sukhavaha. Please accept humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudeva, all glories to the assembled devotees. In the purport to this verse, Srila Prabhupada asks, why do we need luxury life? Why do we need cinemas? Why do we need prostitution houses, and so on? I have my own answer on this question. Let me share it with you. This is only my own answer. I think that we need all these things because in the time of Krishna and Rama, all this was, including prostitution houses. We know about this from Srimad Bhagavatam. Don't you think that all religions, without exceptions, were invented by ruling class to keep the common people in subjection? See what Prabhupada has to offer us in this purport. We, ordinary people, do not need a luxury life, and yet we must be responsible for the protection of cows and other environmental things. It is not the ruling class that is being asked to give up luxury and responsibility, but we, religious people. What do you think about this, my own realization? Thank you.
It's a good realization, Prabhu. Definitely. I know there are so many things about yes. So your point is good that at the time when Krishna was there, and even past week we hear about prostitution, it was there. Slaughtering of the cows, I'm not sure if that was in the Satyuga, it was there, but it started with Kali Yuga. And cinemas and luxury life, because Krishna's, so there was so much opulence was there when Krishna, even in the Vrindavan, you see there was so much opulence, because Krishna is the husband of the goddess of fortune. Wherever he is, the opulence will be. Yeah, he has 6 opulences, and wealth is one of them. So he is one of them. But there is a difference in enjoying sense gratification, and so there is a difference between the necessity and the luxury. And when we do something for our own sense gratification, it means we are trying to use the resources, whatever is around us, it's only for us. As in Bhagavad Gita, even Krishna says that even if you eat the food which has not been offered to me, it's a sin. So as per Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, if we are using any of the material resources which is being supplied, provided by the Lord, not in the Lord's service, but we are using it for our own self, not necessity is fine, because everyone, whoever takes birth, they have the right to live, and they have right for correct facilities, like one should have a house, one should have food in their plate, one should have cloth on their body. So these are basic necessities. But when we go overboard, when Prabhupada is saying that, talking about the hankering, in so many places it talks about lust, hankering for material things, when we become greedy for luxurious items. So when we can accommodate our family in 2-bedroom flat, we were looking for 5-bedroom house. That's unnecessary. Yeah, there's so many things we can talk about it. So many people think about wearing leather shoes, which is used by cutting the animal's skin and then made it from that leather. So that is something you're trying to enjoy yourself by putting someone in harm. So using the material resources, as we Prabhupada in the last paragraph, he talks about the mother nature, and she's our mother. So all these resources she's providing us so that we can live our life happily. But when we start to enjoy it unnecessarily, load it over the material nature, as in Prabhupada always mentioned in most of his lectures, he said that when we load it over material nature, then the miseries comes upon us and we struggle. So in the family as well, when we see that everywhere there are limited resources provided to us, in the house even have, a father has a limited income, but a son, when he goes out and he spends hundreds and thousands of pounds and dollars unnecessary on his sense gratification, then father is not happy, mother is not happy. But when the child is obedient, and when he knows that I should use whatever I have been given in accordance to whatever availability I have, and then father is happy, mother is happy, and the child is happy. But problem when happens that when children becomes very spoiled by the money in the house or by the love given to them, and then they over enjoy, they spoil everything, and they unnecessarily use the things. So this is why it's been said that luxury was there at the time of when Krishna was there, but it was used in Krishna's pleasure. And he is the provider. As in Bhagavad Gita, he says that he's the controller, he's the proprietor, and he's the enjoyer of everything around us. So if you use everything in Krishna's service, then it's fine. But if you use it for your own self, then it's a problem. There is a difference in basic and luxury, necessity and luxury. This is what I've understood from this purport.
Thank you very much for your question.
I'm sorry if I've not answered the question. Maybe we can discuss with Maharaj again. Thank you.
You have not to be sorry. You have not to be sorry.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thanks for your question. So I'm not sure if there is any other questions. Otherwise, we can maybe close the call. Okay. Doesn't look like there are any questions anymore. Thank you. Thanks, Khalid Mataji and Prabhu, for your question. Thank you. It was Ripti Mataji for your comments. Thanks. Jai.
Krsna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice class. In a short notice, you gave such a wonderful class, Mataji. Nice points. And as you were explaining to Devaran Pandit Prabhu also, it is very important to know about what are our needs and wants. Yeah. Even I see here a lot of energy wasted wherever we go. Even though the school is closed, the still lights will be on all through the night. Even though offices are closed, I'll be wondering why America wasting so much of power. But they have their own reasons. But from outside we see like that. But yeah, you can't do anything. So educating our children, next generations, is the main part. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for bringing out all these points. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hare
We look
Krishna.
forward for more of your classes.
Oh my
I'm
God,
a speaker.
I'm not sure. Thank
Yes.
you, everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, me too. I look forward for it.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Bol,
Krishna.
everyone.
Thank you for today.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
everyone for joining. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Bye.
Thank you, Mataji.